Hola, and welcome to episode 99 of Word to Your Mama. Word to Your Mama is a podcast about the life of a Latina mama, that's me, and the lives of my amazing multicultural tribe, a celebration of shared experiences navigating this dynamic world. There will be special guests, mad laughs, and absolutely no BS. Nah, B is our motto. Segments by the supernatural bear who is 9 now, but will be 10 in a couple of weeks. And he's going on 49. Other than that, this podcast will be explicit. Please believe it. And why do I get to have all these dope guests? Academy Award winning, Emmy winning, activists, musicians, artists, blah, 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 blah. Web3 peeps is because I come from the music, art, and now Web3 industries. But today is a little different, folks. Today is a short episode because it's just me. I rarely do these. I do them once in a blue moon, and it's a blue moon time because I'm recording this on International Podcast Day. And September is our anniversary month, so that means 2 years under the belt. If you've been listening to the beginning, you know that I started this during the pandemic because I had no bandwidth for anything else. The pandemic really fucked up our shit. And I was like, I need some type of outlet, but I don't want to create a certain way. And I wanted to do this. This has been something I've wanted to do for a long time. Started off as maybe perhaps just a blog for Latinx moms that homeschool. And then evolved to this. And I love doing this. So I just wanted to do a short episode. The Supernatural Bear will definitely do his segment. And I just wanted to say thank you. You know, it's been a year. So many things. First and foremost, I like to say that we joined maybe like end of first quarter, we joined the Latina Podcasters Network. You hear me say it at the end of every episode now, right? That Word to Your Mama is part of the Latina Podcasters Network. You see it on all socials. So Rita Bautista, she is the founder, and I'll have a link to all these episodes that discuss. And it's episode 72, Rita Bautista, founder of Latina Podcasters Network. She tells her amazing story, how she even started this. But I just want to take this time to say it's been an amazing ride so far. She entered the scene to disrupt the industry, especially, and I think I've told this story many times, where, there was just no way for me to monetize what I'm doing. I love what I'm doing, but it takes a lot of fucking work, guys. A lot of work. And this is my third podcast. So this is different because it's solo, and then I have special guests, and then we have the segment. So it's a lot of and getting, with Rita early on as she's building the, Latina Podcasters Network, also the brother network, the Latino Pods. She's been hella transparent but making major moves. If you notice the level of promos that I had, and what's crazy is that I saw that one day I would have promos. So if you listen to older episodes, and sometimes, if I'm traveling or something and I don't have time to edit, I'll do a classic in the title, and I'm doing a episode, redropping an episode from, a previous time. And so if you listen to those, you hear that I put in promos of my stuff or something else. And I knew, pre-roll, mid-roll. Mid-roll's it's in right in the middle. Those are the higher paid spots. And I just knew. So I was like, any homies, what do you have? Do you have something you want to promote? Send me that, or give me the copy. Or if a guest is on, I tell them, if you want, you could do a little promo, 50, I think it was 30 seconds or less or something like that. And then I put him in there because I just wanted to get into the habit, because I was like, one day I'm going to get promos and I'm already going to know what to do. I'm going to be used to it. I'm going to know what pre-roll is, mid-roll is, da-da-da-da-da. And then it fucking happened. And it's been amazing. So muchísimas gracias to Rita Bautista, to Jen, and to Monica. They're on her team because, we're witnessing, she's building in public and taking us on an amazing ride. So if you see the level, I mean, I got, you know what I'm saying? Like high level things. And it's all thanks to Rita and her team. So I'll have a link to that episode and you can hear her amazing story. So that's one of the new things that affects every episode. And then also, if you noticed, every month from jump, we had relatives every month, right? Relative, that's me and my relative, Naisha, me, a first gen Latina, and Naisha, a Black girl growing up 2 exits away from the border, and we become relatives. She's exposed to, Latinos, Mexicans because of her upbringing, and then because of Naisha and 2 other girls, I'm exposed to, to their worlds, and it's very, I don't know, it's very unique and exciting. And in relatives, we've been going kind of chronologically of like how we met and the crazy movie type stories. Because when we tell our stories, everyone's like, "Oh, it's like a movie," and I was like, "I know it's crazy. It seems like too crazy to be true, but it is true." So we talk about that. So I think right now we're at I transferred high schools. We went to performing arts high school, so we're there. But also in the meantime, in between time, we also talk about current things. We in the beginning we talk about what we're doing, and then it's like kind of a catch up thing, and then it just turns into all these things. So anyways, that's once a month, right? So every month, there's going to be a relatives. It's a lot of laughs, good timers. And then now we got once a month. I've brought in the Nerd Out, which was my second podcast that I have with the wonderful Lisa Jenkins, who we call the whitest, blackest, because she's white, super white, but she has a super black name, Lisa Jenkins. And then there's an episode from maybe within the year, for sure, when we started, where she tells her story, and then I found out that her husband, who we just call, and Supernatural Bear calls Uncle Ranger Ted, his real name is as black as Lisa Jenkins. That's a hilarious story. I'll have a link to that. So every month you got the Nerd Out at some point, and we discuss, and we know that everyone nerds out about something. So we talk about what we are currently nerding out on, what you guys are currently nerding out on. We're talking about TV, movies, Web3, whatever. And then we break it down. And so once a month you got the Nerd Out. Once a month you got the relatives. And then, you got our amazing special guests. And this past year, we've had some heavy hitters. We've had from activists to art writers to Afro-Latina DJs, and so many. So you can just go to Word to Your Mama website and look at all those. I remember like Hana Kim. She comes on and she talks about, is Korean Han real? And that was a great episode because, Supernatural Bear is part Korean. And I was like, I know he has that Korean Han and he has that Mexican rage. So, stuff like that. We have a lot of great guests that have been on over the past year. And also because of all the, little, when I have guests, little dips into what I've been doing, I've started this year, in the year of 2022, my Web3 journey with Hola Metaverso. So there's a couple of episodes where we talk about how that even started. And then we lead up to our first event, and then how, all of a sudden crazy, we're going to Bogota, Colombia. We do a wrap up. And then because me being in that scene, I've had some amazing, people from Web3 as guests as well. So we'll have links to all that. And then 2 classics that I keep, dropping again, because May is Mental Health Awareness Month. I did it the first year, and then I did it again this year. I dropped like I said, solo episodes are rare, but this one, because I was really afraid to do it in the first place, but then I was so happy that I did because the feedback, the comments, the texts, all that from it, and how important it is to me and our communities is episode. Every time I drop it, it's another number, but it's Ritzy P, the past and mental health. And so I drop that every May since, like I said, it's Mental Health Awareness Month and it's very personal. And it's a short solo episode, but it's recorded immediately after I had semi-emergency therapy session. And I don't really get into exactly what was happening, but you kind of get the gist. Still, it's ongoing, so one day I will talk about it. But yeah, it's an episode that every time I put it out, it really resonates with people. And I have links, and because of that episode, if you go to wordtoyourmama.com, I have a link for resources. It has a bunch of different resources for BIPOC, Indigenous. For BIPOC, Indigenous is included in that. For BIPOC, disabled, LGBTQIA+, just different links to try to find some help, some support in that area. And then another one that we drop because we get a lot of feedback is one of the relatives, and it's called The Legend of Don Antonio. We talk about it at the last relatives episode, but that one is always, is a winner. Like, people are like, that's a crazy story. And basically it's me telling Naisha, and I guess I never told a story about me in Tijuana at these apartments when there were like really like dirt shacks in Tijuana. And now that I know the name of the neighborhood, it's La Cahuilla, which is the red light district. I just found that out like this year or end of last year. And I was 4 years old playing with this older man. And you're probably like, what? This doesn't sound like a good story. But no. I was telling Naisha how I was telling Rocka and the Supernatural Bear about this story. And they're like, was he real? Was it a ghost? Blah, blah. So anyways, I tell the entire story. And then we find out that it was true. And we find out the whole story of Don Antonio. So that's a great one too. I'll have a link to that. So I just want to say thank you so much for all your support. I love doing this. I really like having guests because I learn from them. And I'm friends with them, right? Friends with them in some capacity, like super family, or I know them just a little bit, maybe surface, or I just met them, but there's some type of connection. But I get to learn so much more because it's a different conversation that we would have just hanging out, right? Having dinner, blah, blah, blah. It's specific questions that initiate or could be the catalyst to other things that I learn about them, and super fascinating. So everyone I've had on so far, I know them in some way, somehow. And it's diverse voices. And if I do have anybody white, I call them quality Caucasian. But next week, which would be the second week of October, I forget what date that is right now, I'll have for the first time someone that I do not know at all. And it is Sonia Valencia. She's the over 40 beauty TikTok star. She cusses like a sailor like me. And I had her on. I recorded this like way earlier in the year. And it's taken a while to see when's the best time to break it out. And it's going to be next week. And that's a great one. So yeah, it'll be my first one. Popping the cherry on having someone that I don't know that well. But she's so significant because during the pandemic and when I got into the TikTok, aka TikTok, I saw her rise and her just being herself. And it helped me so much to remember, like, I'm just me. Every industry I go into that I kind of accidentally fall into somehow, it's just, I have to remember, I just have to be me, like authentically me. And then that's it. And that's what she is. So hopefully you guys will all tune into that. Tell your folks, tell your peeps, tell your friends. We're going to go into the Supernatural Bear Corner and then a small little outro. But again, thank you so much for all the support. Let's get these episodes out to more people so that we can make a bigger impact. And yeah, let's get into Supernatural Bear Corner. My little man.
COVID-19 moves fast, and now you can too. If you feel symptoms, even if they're mild, you should test fast. Test positive and at high risk for severe COVID-19? Then act fast with authorized oral treatments that can be taken at home and must be taken within 5 days from when symptoms begin. COVID-19 moves fast, and now you can too by asking your healthcare provider if an oral treatment is right for you. Learn about a treatment option at treatcv19.com. This message is sponsored by Pfizer.
Many of us have heard of the devastating passing of Hurricane Fiona through Puerto Rico, but not many of us know of ways, or better yet, trustworthy ways to help and contribute to those in need. Fiona a través de los ojos de los niños is an NFT project featuring art made by children of the nonprofit school Flor de Loto in Ponce, Puerto Rico. Through their drawings, they've expressed their feelings and fears which they went through the hurricane. You can help these children, their school, families, and communities by minting one of their NFTs at helppr.xyz. You can also help by sending crypto directly to their wallet listed on the website, or do a donation through PayPal. The links can be found in the description. And to learn more about this initiative and how you can help, please visit helppr.xyz or via Twitter at helpprflm.
Festivals, football, flannels. Some say fall is their favorite time of year. And this fall, there are now updated COVID-19 booster shots designed to help protect against COVID-19 variants. If you've had your primary series, schedule an updated COVID-19 booster shot appointment as soon as you're eligible. And don't forget to enjoy the foliage. Sponsored by Pfizer and BioNTech.
And now, introducing
the Supernatural Bear Corner. Supernatural Bear.
Hello, everyone. I am Supernatural Bear. Wait, no, I'm the Supernatural Bear. Ha ha. And this is pretty much the end of our 2-year anniversary stuff. After when is this going to be released? October 3rd. It's going to be really weird if we keep celebrating 2 years of Word to Your Mama. But thank you guys so much for supporting. And what does it say? Line? Okay. Thank you guys so much for supporting the Word to Your Mama podcast. And donate to our Patreon, please. But of course, if you can't, that's perfectly fine, because freedom is the right of all sentient beings. I wrote that little part in the script. I like it. So yeah, thank you guys so much, and make sure, before I go, make sure to if you can, just like with the Patreon, buy some NFTs at the Puerto Rico Hurricane NFT project. These kids do not currently, because there's no power in Puerto Rico because of a hurricane. Because of a hurricane, they unfortunately do not know what burgers taste like anymore, because it's been a few weeks since the hurricane passed and the infrastructure is unstable. So every donation gives 100% of the money back to the kiddos, the kids. And yeah, please donate to that, so that way these kids can have food, water, and everything needed to survive. So, yep, again, thank you guys for supporting. We'll make sure, or my mom will make sure, to give more good content. And, we'll be posting some of my stop motions on our YouTube channel whenever that happens. Anyway, thank you guys for supporting, and I'll see you next time. SMB out.
Shooby-doo. Yeah. Well, there you have it, folks. Episode 99 of Word to Your Mama. A rare but short solo episode just as a thank you for all of your support. And if you listen to the mid-roll promos, you see that we have a new one that's going to be pretty much here for sure for the rest of the year, and that is the Fiona through Children's Eyes NFT project. She broke down a little bit of what the project is. We'll have links in the show notes all the time. And I just want to say that this is vetted. Elizabeth, we have a link to her specific episode. She is a Web3 lawyer. And then Billy, the amazing SB Billy, that is a very talented and very generous developer. Those two got together, and I can vouch for both of them. They wanted to do something and they put this together. Also, I can vouch because the school is very near and dear to her heart. She's from Ponce. It's her mom's school that her mom put together. And so she has, she knows some of these kids. And when you see the artwork that you buy for, what turns out to be around $5 each. That's all it is, guys. About $5 each. The artwork is, kind of heartbreaking just because you see how kids interpret what they've been through. And it was great that I could share this with the Supernatural Bear. And then when we minted, which means that we purchased the NFTs, I got to show him the artwork, and we were just like, oh man, because it was kind of like a reveal. We minted it, and then we went to our wallet to see the artwork. And then there was a message from one of the kids, 5 years old, on their Twitter saying that she's saying thank you. She's saying I'm 5 years old, and it's just so this is 100% of the proceeds, guys, not partial, not 20%, not 50%, 100% of the proceeds from this amazing project that they put together, donated their time and put this together, go directly to the children and their families. So, a hurricane happens, and yeah, maybe they'll get their power back, but that doesn't mean that everything else is cool. Like, they still need to maybe rebuild, or things have been lost. There's other repercussions from natural disasters such as these. So please, if you guys need help setting up a wallet, let me know. We could help you. And if you want to donate directly, let me know. I can definitely have a link to, I'm going to put that in the show notes, a link to directly donate to them. If you're not ready to enter the Web3 space and set up a wallet and everything, then I'll have a link where you can also directly donate via a PayPal link that goes directly to them. But all that just being said, that they're vetted, they're quality people, and I'm backing this. I wouldn't put it on here if I didn't trust them. So please help that out. Thank you so much for all the support. And let's keep doing this, man. Let's keep sharing these diverse voices. And if you can help by, in the free way, just, tell your folks, tell your peeps, tell your friends. Until next time, we reap.
Word to Your Mama is owned and produced by Ritzy P. Intro beat produced by Nico Beats. If you want to know more, you want to email us, you want to get the media kit, go head over to wordtoyourmama.com. Word to Your Mama is now part of the Latina Podcasters Network. And as always, Word to Your Mama is brought to you by ritzyperiwinkle.com.